What's going on, everybody? This is Trevor back with Burnt Offerings, and I am on my way to church this morning. It's Sunday, it's Father's Day, and today I'm going to be throwing on the pit some baby back party ribs and some chicken drumsticks and thighs. But today's video is going to focus on the party ribs, and I'll see you when we get to church. Okay, so we're here and set up. I've got the smoker going. It's coming up to temperature now. My coal bed is down there getting started. Over here I already have our chicken thighs seasoned and ready to go. I'm going to do these drumsticks here in just a minute. But let's talk about these ribs for a second. These are baby back ribs. The reason I went with baby back ribs is because they're a little more meaty than your normal spare rib or whatever. What I'm going to do is I'm going to score the membrane like I usually do. I'll take my sharp knife and go across this way and then probably go some cuts like this. I'm not going to remove the membrane because, like I've told you before, I'm pretty lazy. And then I'll just take my sharp knife and I will follow along between each of these bones to cut them up into individual pieces. Now, if I was smart, then I would have brought my tripod or I would have brought my gimbal. But I totally forgot it, so I'm kind of doing this solo right now. I'm here before everybody. So I'm going to try and set the camera up and do the best I can. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and score all this. Go this way too, kind of with the bone. Any loose stuff like this, you can go ahead and trim off if you want. Front side of this one looks pretty good, but then like I said, we're just going to take our knife and we're going to follow along between each of these bones. Look at that good looking rib. All that fat's going to turn into delicious flavor and render down perfectly. So I'm going to rinse and repeat with these other 4 racks. Alright, I got everything on the pit. Let's take a look at these ribs real quick. Oh. So I've got them all cut up, seasoned. I didn't space them out perfectly. I wanted to throw everything on this top rack so they'd cook as quick as possible. Color's starting to look better. I'll spritz them with some apple juice here in a little bit. Let's take a look at this chicken as well. So here we have our thighs. I just seasoned those with salt and pepper. And then I also have these drumsticks that I butterflied open and seasoned with some Atkins seasoning. I'll show that to you real quick. So today for the ribs, I went with the good old Paradise Pepperco Cherry Bomb. If you haven't tried this stuff, you need to pick up a bottle and check it out. It just recently won some awards. It's killer on some pork, so this is what we went with for the ribs. On the chicken thighs, I just went with the good old H-E-B salt and pepper blend. And then for the drumsticks, I went with this Atkins chicken and pork rub, which is also really good stuff. Now what we're going to do is we will spritz with this apple juice here in a minute, but ultimately what's going to happen is we're going to throw all of these ribs into a pan, and then I'm going to hit it with all of these different sauces, seasonings, ingredients. So for today's sauce, I went with the Blues Hog, which is incredible stuff, and then we will drizzle some of the squeeze butter, honey, and a little apple juice in the pan to moisten it up, and we will sprinkle some brown sugar on top. And look who made it to church. Hi, Maverick. What are you doing? Hi. Oh. Okay, so why party ribs? Party ribs are not that expensive. They're easy to prepare. All you got to do is slice that membrane, cut them into pieces and season, and they cook really quick. Everyone knows ribs are a delicious bite in barbecue, and party ribs are that super sweet, sticky, kind of tacky, saucy rib that everybody knows and loves. You can totally do this with spare ribs, but I chose baby back ribs just because, like I said, they're a little more meaty, and who doesn't love a good baby back rib? So I'm going to spritz these with some apple juice here in just a minute, and I'll check back with you here in a little bit. Okay, so I had to sit down for a little bit because I was getting hot. I had spritzed the ribs and I went ahead and mixed together all the stuff I showed you earlier. The Blues Hog, apple juice, butter, honey. I sprinkled some more of that Paradise Pepperco Cherry Bomb in there. And then I also added a little bit of Sweet Baby Ray's that I had. And I gave it a good mix, and I've got it over there on top of my firebox to start heating up. So that way, whenever it's time to put the ribs in there, it's not like cold or anything, and they can just keep cooking. I need these ribs to hurry up and finish cooking, so what I did was I moved all the chicken down, and then I took out that top rack, and then I took the ribs that were on the other top rack, I slid it out, and then put it over here closest to the firebox so that they'll start cooking a little quicker. But once they get up to about 160 or so, I'm going to take them and stick them in the sauce that I made and everything, and then wrap it so it'll help finish cooking. And if we have time, I'll take it out of the pans and put the ribs back on the smoker so that way they can tack up and everything. But we'll see, we're running short on time, so. And I've got our live stream pulled up of our church service. So since it's getting close to eating time, these are at about 150 or so, and they're looking really, really good. I'm going to go ahead and take them out. I'm going to stick them in my sauce bath and everything, give them a good toss, and then I'm just going to finish these in the oven. We'll take a look at them whenever they come out of the oven. Oh, and then, of course, it starts raining. Look how fun that is. As soon as that water hits, it just steams up. It's pretty funny. So we got the ribs wrapped up. They're in the oven. I just put the oven at 400 degrees so they'll just hurry up and finish cooking. We have maybe 20 to 30 minutes before we eat. I'm just going to let it ride that entire time. And then when it gets ready to eat, I will take them out and just kind of take my glove and everything, kind of give them a good stir so everything's nice and coated. And so we will see the final product here in just a minute. I really hope this is good.
Oh, it looks good.
Whew. All right, we're done. Everyone really enjoyed the ribs. I thought they were really good. The chicken drumsticks were also really good. They had some really decent flavor. The chicken thighs I wasn't that happy with. The skin was a little rubbery. The flavor was fine, but I wasn't really focused too much on the chicken thighs today. I was more focused on the ribs. Anyway, that wraps it up. If you have any questions, I guess you can leave them in the comments. Party ribs are really straightforward, and they're super yummy too, so it's usually a crowd pleaser. Thanks to my church for letting me cook today. It just so happens that it was Father's Day that I got to cook today. I asked our pastor last week if I could cook this weekend, not even realizing it was Father's Day. So I guess it was kind of a nice coincidence. But anyway, I appreciate you guys sticking around. I appreciate your support. If you like the video, give me a like. If you dislike the video, you can double tap the dislike button. Make sure you're subscribed, leave a comment. And in our next video, we will be announcing the giveaway. Thanks so much, guys.